Yeah.
Welcome back. So what is this, episode 31?
Yes, 31.
We made it that far. So, episodes. So we'll end the year with, 33 episodes?
No? What? Are
How
you,
many episodes?
looking for a percentage? Or,
I don't know, I just wanted to know what we'll be ending this year with, how many episodes.
Oh, that's what you're trying to figure out.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Sorry, my mind works in weird ways.
Oh, okay.
So
33.
33. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Sorry, moving on. So, welcome back. I hope you guys had a great week this week. Got all your Christmas shopping done. So please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment, and turn on our post notifications. Check out our links in the descriptions for our other social media pages. Plus, we are putting together some fun videos for you guys, and we want you to vote on what your favorite moments were from our videos. The link to that is included in the description, so please check that out. We are now trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. If we hit it, we will be doing a giveaway to 5 people instead of 1. So, please subscribe. Okay, so first things first, as always, is stupid statistics, and we have a good chunk today. So first things first, uncertainty surrounding Texas QB Quinn Ewers,
Yeah.
whether or not he will forego his extra year of eligibility or go into the NFL draft. Michigan State is one college willing to pay the upwards of $4 million for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But honestly, people are like, well, I've heard some things that he should take his extra year in college because it will benefit him, but then I'm seeing that he'll just go straight into the draft. So we'll see what happens.
Interesting. That's kind of funny because then you're like people are like you're worth like an infinite amount of money, but in reality, football players actually have a price on their head. You'd be like, yeah, so I'm worth like $4 million. I'm hoping for a little extra next year, but we'll see. So Bill Belichick, I said that right, has been hired as UNC's next head coach. Really?
Yeah, so apparently they put into the contract that his son will be the next head coach after him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams and Rams RB Kyren Williams are first cousins.
Kyren Williams.
Kyren?
Yeah.
Sorry for butchering your name.
Yeah, no, I found this out and I was like, oh my gosh. And then Jameson scored in their game tonight, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Kyren's cousin.
I mean, their last names are Williams. I would have never thought they were first cousins, though,
Right?
but I guess it runs in the family. Lionel Messi was the most searched soccer player in 39 out of 50 U.S. states. I'm one of those people. Yeah, so you can add me there for you. Fun fact. So USMNT's RB Joe Scally is quietly having a good season in the Bundesliga. He's ranked number 4 out of all U21 in Europe's Big 5 leagues in minutes played. Only behind Jude Bellingham, Florian Wirtz, and Castello Lupa,
something like that. I don't know.
I'm messing up.
Personally, I haven't heard the last one. I know who the other two are. If you don't know who Jude and Florian are you living under a rock? Like,
Hey, I can probably say I'm not living under a rock because I do know both of those people. I'm also one of the one of those people that searched them up as well. Robert Lewandowski has scored more goals against Dortmund than any other opponent in his career. 27 goals.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Lewandowski, his big move was to Dortmund. He was originally going to go to the Premier League, to one of their teams, but then his flight got delayed, and then he ended up flying to Dortmund. And Jurgen Klopp, ironically, is the one who signed him. But, so, he started out at Dortmund. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. And that's how he got his big break. And now he's scored the most goals against them, which is really unfortunate, but it's fun.
At its finest. Sorry, can I interrupt you?
No.
Okay, it's one of those days, and I'm really gonna hate editing this, but we're gonna keep going. Messi cut a Fortnite skin. Yes, I saw this as me and Em play Fortnite. If you guys didn't know,
Yeah.
we'll
Oh my
insert
gosh,
one of
I'm
our
so
wins.
excited. Wait, what?
We'll insert one of our wins that
Yeah.
we've taken a picture of.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get the Messi skin.
You are?
Yeah.
Are you gonna
we'll
wait
have
till you
to-
get Christmas money?
Yeah. We'll have to.
So, one win for Man City in their last 11 games, assuming they don't lose tomorrow.
Well, they did lose. I wrote that yesterday before their game.
Okay, I was about to say, that does not sound right. So, charges against Man City being brought against them have gone from 115 up to 130. This doesn't surprise me.
But they've also extended it for like another 4 years. So the timeline that they originally had is now going 4 years longer than what they had thought. And 15 extra charges is a lot of money. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see what the verdict will be when it comes out, because clearly there's something a little suspicious going on if you have 130 charges. But yeah, it will be interesting to see the final verdict.
That's some tea right there. I want to be a fly on that wall when they finally get it figured out. So the World Cup 2030 is going to be hosted by Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. The first 3 games will be in Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay in celebration of the tournament's 5th year anniversary.
100 years of the World Cup?
Honestly beautiful. That's going to be such a stunning anniversary. Like, are they going to do it? Like, I know they're going to celebrate. It's football. They're going to celebrate. Yeah. All right. Now to soccer, since we've been talking about it.
Perfect segue. So in Serie A, AC Milan tied 0-0. So it has been confirmed that Christian Pulisic has a tear in his calf. Thankfully, it's not a whole tear. It's just a partial tear. So he should be back in time for the March international window. So bless up for that. He is also in new contract talks with AC Milan to extend his contract until 2028. And he's looking at becoming one of the top paid players in the Milan squad. So, and then Juventus tied 2-2 to Vienzia. So, no shock there, but Juventus are dropping points. Sorry, I need to move my phone so I don't have to keep looking in a certain direction. Anyways, okay, that doesn't want to do what I want it to. But yeah. Okay, and then over to the Premier League, Liverpool tied Fulham 2-2. This is big news, because USMNT player Anthony Robinson, the left back that I'm always talking about, Jedi, he assisted both of Fulham's goals, and he was the highest rated player on the pitch. So I'm really happy about that. He is having a great season this season, and he's being linked to some big clubs, although I don't see him moving unless it's a really big name club who will guarantee him playing time. If that's not the case, I don't foresee him moving. So that's that. And then Chelsea beat Brentford 2-1. Arsenal tie Everton 0-0. Tottenham beat Southampton 5-0. And then Manchester United beat Man City 2-1. So, really happy. Well, not really happy, but I think it's funny that Man City lost. So,
I
yeah.
think it's funny too.
Knowing there are 130 charges. But anyways,
I mean,
so
I was saying
again,
this.
sorry, that's my bad. Keep going.
No, I was just saying. I was saying just saying like.
But yeah. And then over to La Liga. So Barcelona lost 1-0. Real Madrid tied 3-3. But Atleti won 1-0. So this actually moves them into a tie with Barcelona on points for first place with 38 points. They do have one less game played, so they could potentially be ahead of Barcelona after they get even on games played. And they have just one less point for goal differential, which is the deciding factor on all this. Barcelona have 30 of goal differential, and Atleti only have 20, so that's a 10 goal difference. So Atleti need to score more goals. It's just me. And then
I'm so sorry. Continue. That came out of nowhere, and I couldn't stop.
Got it. But we'll move over to the Bundesliga because my team, Bayern Munich, gotta talk about them. So I'm not very happy because they lost 2 to Mainz, and we didn't look like the same team that played in the Champions League last week. So I don't know what the heck happened, but I was not happy, and I just don't even want to talk about the game to begin with. But here I am talking about it because, yeah, I have to. But Leroy Sané scored our only goal. It was actually a shot from Kimmich that got deflected, and he was there for the rebound, so whoop-de-doo, he scored. We had 69% of possession, and we only had one goal. Don't even want to get started on that. We had 0 shots on target up to the first 75 minutes of the game. There's 90 minutes total in the game. First 75 minutes, we didn't have a shot on target. The one shot from Michael Olise, I'm surprised that didn't count as a shot on target, but it didn't. So whatever. But thankfully, we are still 4 points clear at the top of the table because Leverkusen beat Augsburg and Frankfurt lost to RB Leipzig. So that helped us maintain a lead at the top of the table. And then this isn't Bayern related, but it's USMNT related, so it's okay. I can talk about this. Gio Reyna scored in Dortmund's game against Hoffenheim. He actually scored their only goal of the game, but I think that they let in a goal later, which is unfortunate. But he had their only goal, so shout out to Gio. It was an absolute rocket into the top corner, stunner. Loved it. Makes up for Christian not playing. But while we are talking about Dortmund and Bayern, the Club World Cup draw was last week. I really should have done a video on this, and I don't know why I didn't think to do it. It's not really, I don't know, it's not that relevant. It's not like as big as the World Cup, so that's probably why. But we will end up doing a video on it, I think. Just not for our 12 days of Christmas. So, and you can look forward to that in the new year. But according to the FIFA rule book, they are not requiring the clubs to release players to their national teams while the Club World Cup is happening. So this is big because this affects USMNT players, namely Tim Weah, Weston McKennie, and Gio. So that could prevent them from playing in the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup this summer. I have mixed feelings about this because I love watching them play and I love watching the rest of the USMNT boys link up and play with their clubs. Well, not with their clubs, internationally for the nation. That's my bad. Sorry guys, didn't mean to confuse you there. but it's just better for them career-wise because they are playing with players that are of a much higher level than what, our team normally has, because we just have a bunch of players just coming together, and it's just like, where are you coming from?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I'm trying to think of a good name that they play with here, but now I'm struggling. No, why did I do that?
Okay, I can cut this part out.
But, like, Gio, with his German international teammates, the Germans are ranked, like, in the top 5, maybe, in the FIFA rankings. Maybe they're definitely top 10. They're higher than the US. So keep playing with them because they play at a higher level. But still like seeing them play in US colors.
Yeah, definitely an interesting situation for sure. Don't know how I feel about it either.
Yeah, it's and then we do have a Champions League video coming out this week. So, once again, you want to make sure you have your post notifications turned on because it's coming out later this week and you definitely want to watch that video.
Okay, now moving on to the NFL, where I'm doing the NFL scores, and Lord be with me because last week was a struggle. I'm really hoping this week isn't. Okay, so first things first. The Rams beat the 49ers 12-6. The Commanders beat the Saints 20-19. The Chiefs beat the Browns 21-7. The Bengals beat the Titans 37-27. The Texans beat the Dolphins 20-12. Ravens beat the Giants 35-14. The Jets beat the Jaguars 32-25. The Cardinals beat the Patriots 30-17. The Buccaneers beat the Chargers 40-17. The Cowboys beat the Panthers 30-14. The Eagles beat the Steelers 27-13. The Broncos beat the Colts 31-13. And the Bills beat the Lions 48-42. And the Packers versus the Seahawks are tonight at 8:20, which is currently happening, and we will be adding that score in at the end of this. And then the Bears versus the Vikings are tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Falcons versus the Raiders are tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And all I have to say is I had a busy day today, and I tuned in and saw that the Bills were beating the Lions, and I was so conflicted because I'm rooting for the Lions, but I also have Josh Allen as my quarterback for fantasy football, and I'm like, oh my god, the Bills are winning. But wait, that means the Lions are losing, but I want the Lions to win to keep their streak. And I just want you to know that I am very conflicted about the results tonight.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Well, I think a good start is Thursday Night Football. This was the first game of the season that both teams didn't score a touchdown, as evidenced by the score of 12-6. It was just field goals after field goals after field goals. So, fantastic. And then we'll move over to the Steelers and the Eagles, Battle of the Keystone State. And the last time that the Steelers beat the Eagles in Philly was October 24th, 1965. And that streak continues on because they lost. And with that game, the Steelers only had 2 drives in the second half. 2 drives total in the second half of the game. That's not good. That's an average of 1 drive per quarter. Like, guys, what happened? What happened? Anyways, the Steelers are the first team since 2009 to have only 2 drives in the second half. So that's not great. Not great at all. But the Commanders are co-favorites to land Trey Hendrickson if he leaves Cincinnati this coming offseason. And then the Steelers somehow are co-favorites to land Jamar Chase if he leaves the Bengals in the offseason.
Jamar Chase?
To the Steelers. Fat chance of that happening. I don't see that happening at all. I don't even think that he will leave unless he gets his new big contract.
Yeah.
that he rightfully deserves, because look at the numbers he's putting up this season compared to Justin Jefferson. So, there's that. And then more drama for the Thursday night game, because 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan announced that the team was moving on from Devondre Campbell after he would not sub in for Dre Greenlaw during Thursday's game in the third quarter. So this has been the saga on social media, because now the 49ers are pursuing like a fine or something like that against Devondre Campbell because he was unwilling to play, and it was a suspension because they don't want him to go to another team because they just cut him. And they don't want it to be as a reward when he signs with a new team. But yeah, so that's the whole thing. And then your favorite, Josh Allen, last week in fantasy scored 51.88 points. That's the most by any QB since 1950. And then this week, he put up 41.28 points. So, in total, over the past 2 weeks, Josh Allen has 704 passing yards, 151 rushing yards, 5 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns, and 0 turnovers. And on top of that, he only has 1 negative play. And that 1 negative play was a kneel down to take 30 seconds off the clock to end the game. So,
which is kind of funny because he also took a kneel down to propose to Haley Steinfeld.
So then
which honestly,
but
moving on.
And then, while we're speaking of Josh Allen and the Bills, they played Jared Goff and the Lions this week. So Jared Goff becomes the first player in NFL history to throw for over 400 yards, over 5 passing touchdowns, and 0 interceptions in a loss. That's unfortunate. And the Lions have now won a game this season where Jared Goff has thrown 5 interceptions and lost a game where he threw 5 touchdowns. Pretty ironic. Pretty ironic that they won the game that he threw all the turnovers, but they lost the game where he threw all the touchdowns. So that's great. While I mentioned Jamar Chase, he is the only wide receiver to have more touchdowns than Terry McLaurin this year. So look what a good quarterback does for Terry McLaurin. He is having a great year this year, and I'm so excited because I think we could make the playoffs, but I'm gonna knock on wood for that, but that's fine. So, Jaguars tight end Evan Ingram is having season-ending surgery for a torn labrum. So that's unfortunate for him. And then Panthers rookie running back Jonathan Brooks retore his ACL. So he's done for the season and he has to get surgery on that. So that's great. And you all have probably seen Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes is considered week to week with an ankle injury. Whoop-de-doo. It's his end of the season injury. It's not that severe, guys. It's just, he just wants the attention.
Typical.
Can't stand him.
That whole team just craves attention. Like, any way they're gonna get it, they're gonna get it.
Yeah. And then I know Dolphins wide receiver went down with a scary injury. I don't remember who it was. I'm sorry about that, but prayers up to him because he got carted off without any pads on, no helmet. It looked bad, and I saw the hit, and I was like, yeah, that's not great. Not great at all. So, prayers out to the Dolphins wide receiver. So, the teams that have been eliminated so far are the Panthers, Bears, and Colts.
Yeah.
So, that's fun. And as you all know, we typically would include F1 in our videos. However, we have another bonus F1 video for you guys. It is a season-long recap, which I feel bad because Julie is editing it and we have already recorded it, and it's like 40 minutes of footage. So it's not in this. So once again, turn on the post notifications and subscribe so you can stay up to date with that content because that's coming out later this week. I promise. It's coming out later this week. And yeah. So, moving on to radar points.
Alright, guys. Now, I know you're probably getting tired of me saying this with the Eagles. And I'm gonna preference this too. I'm not a big Eagles fan, but when they were up against the Chiefs, I was rooting for them. But that's just because it was a smart play in that. Again, I'm gonna suggest the Commanders versus the Eagles. I think it will be a good game to watch. They're both kind of wanting to clinch onto their wins, and they both won this last week that we're covering now. So I would like to see how they do in their next game, and I know they're both going to be very competitive with it. So I could suggest another game, but I'm going to let y'all see that when it happens.
Subtle foreshadowing there, guys. So again, turn on the post notifications. So yeah, not saying, just saying. But my game of the week is Barcelona versus Atleti. So, as you all have heard me say earlier on in this video, it is the battle of the top of the table for La Liga. So this is crucial because Atleti only has 1 loss, 5 draws, and they have 31 goals for and 11 goals against. Barcelona have 4 losses, 2 draws, 50 goals for, and 11 against. So it would be big for Atleti to win, because then they have sole possession of the top of the La Liga table. And I'm hoping for that. I really like Atleti, so that'll be good.
Right, so I hope you guys enjoyed our video this week. Again, please keep a lookout for videos coming out as it is 12 days of Christmas. So please turn on your post notification. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you think that Atleti might pull it off, and
Win.
and also like the video if you'd like to see where I would suggest the other game. Yeah. What other game would I suggest to watch for the NFL? Yeah. Okay. And again, comment what you think. I don't know. I'm like losing.
Let us know in the comments what you think Julie's other game is.
And then check out the links in the description for our other social media pages down below. Plus, we are putting together some fun videos for you guys, and we want you to vote on what your favorite moments are from our videos. So the link will be, oh my god, I'm like having to break down. The link for that is included in the description, so please check that out. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, so again, go check those out as well. We are now trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. If we hit it, we will be doing a giveaway to 5 people instead of 1. So yes, also, like this video if you thought that was funny, because I couldn't keep it together. Oh my gosh. Alright. Hope you liked it.